Being recorded.
Oh, it's the back of my head. I've never seen that before. Oh, glorious back of your head.
Michael Barrett entering and waiting. Mike's here. Why is that not going on? There we go. Now we're surrounded. Hey, Mike, you there? Oh, there you are. Oh, there's Mike. Are you muted yourself, Mike? There you are. Okay, I unmuted you.
I unmuted me too. The double unmute.
You're double unmute. I'm gonna mute you again. Why does it look like this?
Why does it look like what?
You're a little tiny.
Well,
There we
change,
go.
change the view.
You were really little on the screen.
All right.
But I'm full size on my screen.
I'm sure you are.
Look at
Full size, that is.
the whole room.
Disappear, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that shows everybody that's there. And then the speaker, Ken, is that one right there.
If you mute yourself, will it just?
No, I'm not muted.
We're, waiting on.
Yeah.
What
Um,
the heck is this thing?
Hello, Bruce.
Tom's not coming.
oh, he's not?
No, you didn't get that email, and I didn't print the minutes.
No, I haven't had a chance to check any emails.
I didn't get it, I didn't get the meeting minutes until after I was already.
Good.
Where this chair?
Don't look like,
Not a normal chair.
no, but grab one over in the corner, 'cause that's what it's supposed to be there.
I wonder why this one's here.
I know, I saw it in one of the offices.
It's a chair. It rolls nice.
Yeah, so. Yeah, so Nicholas is, you.
I
emailed-
spoke to him, well, I emailed him the other day,
Okay,
and so he's aware of the meeting.
okay, perfect.
Mike, the link in the email did work, right?
Yeah, guess so. Here I am. Actually, in the email, the one on the agenda didn't, it locked up my computer for some reason.
The one that's on the agenda is not a hyperlink, it's just in a Word document. The one in the email is the hyperlink you gotta click on.
That's the one I get in on. That one worked fine.
All right, good.
So, Kenny, do you have what we budgeted for 2022?
You should have it right there. no?
I got year to date and I got actuals for 2020.
Well, you have, on the worksheet,
Yeah,
I did give you a worksheet, didn't I?
no, I don't have a worksheet. I'm just getting ready to start a meeting. Oh, well, somebody told me he was exposed, so. Huh, I'm surprised it's Scott didn't say nothing. Yeah,
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
you're looking at the stuff that I emailed. Did I email a worksheet?
thank
Can you see what this looks like?
I think you did with the budget. Yeah, I think,
This sheet right here.
I think I got one of those. I have
Alright.
not had a chance to print off that stuff yet, so I don't have it in front of me.
I say, I don't, I gotta
All right,
let you in again.
I'm gonna make copies of it. I don't know why I didn't make copies of it. Is this open still?
No, I locked it, I thought he had everything.
I got something. Maybe it's just the budget. I don't know. I don't remember. Printing is a pain right now. Why are there two birds on that thing at once? That's unusual.
if they're in, go overhead door, make arrangements to have them installed. But don't let them deliver them until they're installed, until they're ready, until they're coming to install them, because
They'll get destroyed.
you can't have those around. There's no place to put them, he's got all of that lumber in that one bay, so you can't.
Pass me my copy, Kenny.
That's one issue with you being there and us being here, that's the, the downfall that. We'll put it in the mail. Yeah, we'll send it in the mail, you'll get it by the end of the week.
Good, good.
Look who's here. Did I give you? Yeah, I just dropped you a copy of our worksheet. Do you want to wait till Nicholas?
I
It's
don't,
5 after.
yeah, I said.
I don't think we would have heard ding if you wanted to get in. I don't see anything saying that he's trying to get in.
Okay. Okay, 7:04, we'll call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is the minutes from the June 13th, 2022 meeting.
We got a quorum. Have we got a quorum?
Yes.
Yeah, it's-
You're missing two.
Sure,
You
but
have-
there's 5 of us here,
Yeah.
We're off
Have
that.
four.
Two, four. If there's 4 years here, you're missing 2.
right? As long as we have 3, we can have a quorum.
So my observation was that I think I am vice chair. And that wasn't on there. I don't know.
What was wrong with?
Like
On the
I,
minutes.
yeah, in the minutes. Not a big deal. I don't.
What was in?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just a committee member.
what? No, well, that has to be changed.
The 3 of them.
I don't have, I didn't see the minutes until after I already made these packets and I was gone.
You're fighting over tonight.
So
Yeah,
do we want to table them to the next meeting? And then,
Because you haven't seen them either.
I haven't seen the other one.
Yeah, so, ooh, table that's big.
So we have a motion to table the minutes until the next meeting, Mike? if you didn't hear that.
So
And it's
moved.
been seconded. All in favor to table it? 4-4, 2 absent. New business, budget packet. So
Yeah, it's wonderful. Look at that.
do you have anything yet? Actually, it's only gonna give us a total. So you don't have what we budgeted for 2022? All I got is year to date.
Oh, on this request right here, this is what we budgeted on this solid waste.
Okay, this isn't what,
This is what we budgeted for this year.
okay, perfect.
So then you also have our expense report, correct? And I typed up the revenues only because the revenue on the revenue report, everything was so split up. So I would have had to print like 8 pages. So you can get like a line for the bottles, a line for the haulers fees. So I just added it all up into one thing and sent it to you in an email. I didn't print it
You
up.
didn't print it?
No.
Okay.
It was in the email. I just assumed y'all looked at it. So revenues are at 31,000. And 31,745.15 or something to that effect. At 15 cents, I remember.
So you wanna go down through line for line, Kenny, or how you wanna?
Yeah, I mean,
How you
I
think
think
we wanna
that
handle it?
that's the way we usually do it.
I'm trying to line up here, so. So if we go with. this one.
So let this packet.
No solid waste.
Right, so last year, we budgeted, for this year, rather, 120,000. So far, we're at 70, unexpended is 75,000 of that. Year to date, what? How can that be?
Yeah, I'm saying you're 58,217.77. That's why I was questioning.
Whoa, what'd you, wait, no.
If I'm going, so you but at 10-12 wages, is that where you're at?
Yeah, so 120,000.
Right. A year to date on 10-12 is $58,217.77. Is that because you're short-handed,
Yeah.
but off by 50%?
See how this is working here.
Well, granted, it's not full year, it's only 6
Yeah.
months, 8
Yeah.
months.
Wages, 120,000.
This year to date,
This doesn't make sense to me. Hold on.
I say, is the year to date at 8.3, truly 8.3, or,
Yes.
okay.
Got a question.
Sure.
Why is percent of benefits so much higher? Last year at $8,000. This year we have 11,000, but we only have 50% of the wages.
That's a good point. That's a good catch, right?
Mhm.
How come I'm lost? Am I looking at something totally different here?
So 10-13 benefits,
Yeah.
2020 actual, what the year
Okay,
end,
you're looking at, I'm looking at a different report. So, 2020 actual on benefit.
was 6,973.92 in 2020. 2021 was $8,050.56.
Yeah.
8 months in, we're at 11,607.19. Why is the benefits so much higher?
Because we made a lot of changes to remember, we're paying 100% of benefits now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because now we're paying, last year we were paying 90% of the benefits, now we're paying 100% of benefits.
Plus more on the retirement.
For
Plus an additional 5, which that doesn't
the
really.
health insurance.
Right,
premium.
well, the health insurance premiums have gone up plus, and now the town is paying 100% of that, where before they were paying 90% of it. So that's gotta make sense then.
Okay,
That's gotta be where it is,
yeah, because it's
because this is the first year they're paying 100%.
right, so it's gonna be,
There's a contribution to the
But-
retirement.
Retirement contributions went up 3%.
Yeah.
3%, 2%, from 3% to 5%.
Okay.
But you're shaking your head, why, what are you thinking?
Okay. The paying 10 went up from 90% to 100%, is another 10%. But 10% is only $1,000. Okay, well, I don't want to beat it to death. but-
no, I mean, I can see Rat's thing, so. So you're the only full-time person at the
That's right.
transfer station, correct?
That's right.
So does the part-time employees get health insurance?
No, they do not. I'm the only one.
Do they get to retirement?
No, they do not.
So,
But it did go up quite a bit.
yes,
I don't know what else is in that number.
can you,
Find out from Nick.
yeah, can you check for that on that? I mean, as far as what we budgeted more than enough money to handle it, does it?
And there was also like I think a 10% increase in healthcare to begin with. So really, you're looking at about a 20% increase, because if the town is now paying 100%, and then there was a 10% increase in. And mind you, I didn't use the benefits at all last year. This is my first year using the benefits. I didn't have them at all.
Yeah, so, and then, like I said, Nick, we usually, that number, we don't usually put anything in it, we leave that.
So
for
they
them.
leave that to him, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
but. and
The only thing I give him is how many people we have and what their hours are,
Right.
how many hours per week, that's all, and then Nick does all of that calculated.
So it looks to me like he planned it well because we're 8 months into the year and, you know, we're 11,000, he had 23,000 budgeted, so he's not gonna have a whole heck of a lot left. But he's gonna, you know, he's gonna be on the good side, not the
Oh,
bad
yeah,
side.
yeah, we'll be fine.
So wages are way on the good side. So are you suspecting keeping, well, why don't we start with 99-99? That's a hazardous waste. You must not get the bills yet for this year.
Well, we haven't finished yet this year. I guess we didn't get a bill from, we just did the one at Reedfield,
Right. So you must not have a bill yet.
but they haven't billed us yet. Yeah, well, I was just July, so we'll probably get that bill now
Okay,
in August. And then the next one's in October.
so 2,000,
2,000 is, we've never gone over the 2,000.
you had more people go this year.
Well, less people this year than we did last year in the summer. Last year was like 22, it was like 16 this year.
Okay, so keep the same.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 10-12. Wages,
Well, that's wages and benefits, so we're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Because Nick has to figure out all the benefits, so.
right, benefits we're not gonna touch, wages low, you feel that 120,000 is good?
Taking anybody to work, it should be more than enough.
So 120,000 if wages increase.
Wages are slotted to increase, well, we don't know, 2%.
Well, no, we,
We don't really know what's gonna happen. Again, that's gonna be a discussion with
that's
the
good, yeah, that's
the budget committee, the select board.
something I'm gonna bring up, budget committee, I don't think we're there yet, I think wages needs. to
No, we're
be-
not there. We're not there. You can ask Nick, he's got all the paperwork. We are not where we should be.
I know on fire, on the fire, on the EMS and fire side of it, we're way off. I mean, way off. I mean, just the paid municipal, like us little volunteer people. We're like, I'm a chief and I only get this amount, and the next chief in the towns all around us, again, assistant chief and all around us get like $8 more an hour than what we got, so we're way off.
And we're getting a new town manager, so.
Okay, so we'll say wages, it looks like
Sorry.
the wages are very good, you know, okay. Concern you can't,
So we're not gonna play with that at all.
right,
I don't.
because you can't hire anybody, because you're too.
Yeah,
The wages are too low.
because everybody hates me.
Oh,
Just can't keep people around. I mean,
okay.
these little lines like education, there's no need to even touch that. I don't see why we would. MRA benefits, they're always the same. It's always $200 every year. And we should have. Did we, see, I don't know why year to date, that's been paid.
What has
MMA.
MMA?
MRA,
Yeah,
that has been paid, but it's showing our actual to date, 0.
okay, so that's something you gotta
And I
work.
know that that's been paid because I gave Nick the bill
How long ago?
a month ago, maybe 2.
I don't remember seeing it on the warrant yet. Maybe want to check with it.
That went through, I know it did.
I haven't, I read just about every warrant. I don't remember seeing that one.
Professional services, $1,300, that's Lynn,
Okay, that's already expended, so.
that's gone, and we'll just keep it the same to hire her again next year.
Yep.
We gotta keep her going.
Have you checked to her, make sure she's not gonna have an increase for next year?
No, she won't. I asked her the other day.
Okay, perfect.
Communications, again, that comes out of Nick,
Who is
does all of that stuff.
Okay.
Cell phone,
questions?
internet,
Probably
Looks like,
Bruce, which he is.
yeah,
And he and Ken are the two that are talking.
Really?
it looks like we're right on track. 8 months in, we've used 1,113.73, so it looks like it's gonna be
what are you doing? Oh, communications.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Nick does his best guesstimate if we're not gonna have an increase in cell service or
Who we,
internet.
who we threw for sale?
What's in communication?
Cell phones and internet. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else he has in communications. For me, and for the transfer station, that's all. Well, internet and telephone together, that's $100 and something a month.
Yes, that should be good.
Yeah, the disposal, we went up last year to 150. We're only at 55%, no, year to date, 55,000. Where are we on percentage wise? Too many reports.
Yeah,
It's awful low.
it's 20-13. 37.14%.
37.14%, yeah. And that's with,
Probably July ain't in there yet.
no, we haven't gotten the bills for July yet.
Yeah.
This is the beginning, all
Yeah,
right.
so,
That's right.
yeah,
So that'll
so,
go down.
yeah, how cool.
And that's like 15, I think it was almost 15 grand in wood chipping too out of that.
Yeah, yeah, because July and August are usually the two
July,
biggest months. So I'm guessing.
It's really hard to budget this way because I don't know what those bills are gonna be. So
Right.
this might change. That 150,000 may have to go up to 160,000.
So, okay, let's hold it to 150 for a minute. So how much is our increases each July?
3%.
And is it 3% on tipping and 3% on trucking? Is there a fuel escalator into the trucking? No fuel escalators right then
Just a
anyway.
straight up 3%.
So is it 3% right across the board, 3% for tipping, 3%? So 6% increase total?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
I'll do a quick number here.
It all goes into an average, so. You don't
So you probably
have. I'm
should have,
slacking. I don't even have my friggin' trash averages. Wow,
so
I just realized that.
right now, I'm saying that we need to increase that to 160.
Well, it's, like I said, probably gonna have to go up to.
To a 6% increase, it's 9,000, that's $9,000 on 150, so,
Now, that's good for right now. I don't know, we don't know what July,
right. I mean, that's subject to change.
August,
So when are you expected to have these back?
2 weeks. For the initial, obviously, it's gonna have to change. We're gonna have to do this again in October.
Correct, I didn't think. oh, I'm confused. I
He
didn't
wants
think-
Nick wants the initials in by the 24th.
Okay, okay,
This is the initial request.
yeah, so 20-13, we're gonna
I
increase
just
to
increased
160.
it to 160. I mean, $100 printing, we're just, we don't need to print anything special this year. We're not doing
So is there,
Unless Christina comes up with something that she wants me to print.
so is there a reason,
I'm just- I am just teasing.
so is there a reason we're $286 over?
I had those signs printed for the new container.
Okay,
I had to have new do not enter signs printed up, made.
so that goes under printing,
Yeah, it's printed, it came from Leighton Printing,
on late signs, that should be.
Leighton Signs, whatever.
So it was a signage for, just for
The three big signs that went on the new container
yeah,
and do not enter signs. Do not enter, and when you're pulling in, you know, the V, you're supposed to go to the windows first and go around to prevent people from going straight in, because the sign that was there was completely white, it wiped out completely.
but I want to go to the good, to throw building.
You want to go straight through, right? And you know what, since I put that sign there, nobody has done it. Well, that's a lie, one person did it this year. But usually there's 4 or 5 people that go straight on.
So you feel comfortable keeping it at 100 then?
Yeah, I mean, if it, again, if something comes up like that, a little unexpected, but we've got plenty of money in the budget, so
Fuel, so this fuel.
this is gonna be different.
Right, this is just skid steer, correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
So, 3002.
so you're gonna blow that budget right out of the water,
Oh, 3002.
and it's expected that you would.
Well, fuel, okay, so we budgeted $2,500. We've spent 72.88%.
Yeah, but.
But most of the year, we were still on that contract until
Right.
June. I made sure at the end of June, we had everything filled up.
Also, yeah, how is your tank?
Well, we gotta fill it up. I mean, the tank, I've got more than one tank. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about with us?
When you need fuel again?
Oh, we don't order fuel this week. So I need fuel, skid steer fuel. Whenever I get skid steer fuel, we just top off the other fuel until September, and then I'll stop topping off, September, October, I'll stop topping off the other one and wait for
When
winter blend to come in to fill up the other tank.
So where do you think we should go? Probably should boost that to 3 grand.
Yeah,
So I was thinking, well, I just want to make sure.
I don't even know, I mean, it's hard to tell. Is that even gonna be enough? You know what I need to find out is how many
3,500.
gallons have we used?
I'd go
That's
3,500.
The big thing is how many gallons.
I would go on the high side. That's gonna be my recommendation.
We don't have
Recommendation to
a,
Cory.
we don't have a
Nobody-
contract. Can't
nobody's
get a
gonna-
contract.
Nobody's gonna sign a contract. That's the fuels they deal, they fit in.
What's diesel at now? 5 and change, still 5 and change.
No, actually, right now, that's why you almost need to almost price it, because right now diesel, you can get diesel over in Sydney at Annie's for $4.79.
Delivered,
No, I said at Annie's, $4.79.
delivered's a different thing, and I don't even know who the hell Annie is.
It's a market.
Oh, never heard of it.
So delivered, it should be the same price. We should not be paying more than
I
pump
paid-
price.
I paid 5 and change the other day at Christie's. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's going down. I think it's under $5 up there
For
now.
off-road.
I think it's under $5 up there now too.
Oh, we'll leave it at 35. I think
Yeah.
that's another $1,000, so.
Office, it should be good.
Yeah, again. I mean, we have a line for office supplies and operating supplies, the same basic thing, right?
We got office at
I get all my operating supplies out of the two different building. Really seriously, that's where I get it
I'm
from.
assuming some of your operating supplies is for recycling, baling.
Baling wire
and stuff.
and whatnot. But,
Okay, so the next one I get beat up every year in budget time. Food and water. $100.
Yeah.
I get beat on it every year, so.
Well, I always use that out of, what I used to, I don't know why. I don't know where, unexpended $71, why do we even take that out of? What? So I don't have any debits, but yet there's money out of there. That's kind of weird. Wouldn't you think?
Hmm.
That's a question. That was always just there for the household hazardous waste collections. I would always bring water to one and coffee to the other. The fall when I bring Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh, trust me,
30, 40 bucks.
I had to explain that at a select board meeting.
Well, every town brings something, so
They couldn't understand.
it's
why-
$100.
They couldn't understand why they had on the warrant, coffee and donuts.
Whatever.
Goldman, you keeping
Oh,
that?
yeah, well, look at that line also. So unexpended 844. But nothing out of the debt,
So you're gonna be
The
okay,
debit.
even if you find somebody new and you have to call
no, we're keeping it like that, I'm not changing that.
them? Okay.
No, we don't need to put that.
No question, medical,
Yeah, I don't know why, that doesn't make sense. That should just came out of operating supplies, $51, is that what you're looking at?
yeah,
Yeah, first aid kits, that had to be replenished. It's just,
yeah, okay.
I don't know why he took it from there. It should just came out of operating supplies. It just, it was something medical, so he put it there, I guess, I don't know. Well, so the next line is,
So they've got,
what?
I'm beating that medical a little bit more. Got like medical services under services and under supplies.
Which one were you looking? Which
So
report
under
is?
the
That's,
2020 budget request, under services, medical services, $51, under supplies, medical, $51. You got double charged.
She's right. She's 100% right.
Medical
Good catch.
services.
yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
Two medical bills.
I know, what the? That should go towards donuts.
So
Nick. Interesting. Huh. But you know what I'm wondering, they're like a lighter gray.
yeah, they're light gray. I can't figure that one out.
Oh, I know what that is. That's actually on the original red.
Oh, yeah,
That's why it's a light gray.
this mine is.
So on 31-01, there's $10,000 and there's none expended yet. Is that for the office?
Well, that's a long story.
Yeah.
Well,
that's-
let's hear the story.
That's special projects is always there. We do that every year.
Right,
Special project.
Correct.
So last year's $10,000 was supposed to go to the office, but the office was never done. So that $10,000 went away. This $10,000 was originally, in my mind, to have the brush area leveled. And that all of that stuff that we removed, all the fill that we removed when we did the paving, brought up there and level that area out and expand it. First of all, that hasn't been ground yet, so that's not happening this year. But part of that money now is gonna have to go to you for your labor to hook up the heating. We've already bought the heater out of the last year's. Dan, all the light fixtures, his labor, all the electrical work that has to be done there. Seacoast has to come in and move the wiring for, maybe Dan can move the wiring for the whatchamacallit, the
Security.
security system. So, yeah, so that's where a lot of that's gonna go.
So next question,
Cause I know you're gonna be at least, what, $4,000 to hook up that heater? No, it's a joke, I know.
so do you think there would be a couple $1,000s left in that?
More than likely, yes.
Or the question I'm bringing up to you is where the price of fuel oil is so much money and we don't have waste oil. We probably ought to think about putting a hot dog heater in like we have up to the,
You know, that's a really good idea. We can leave that under special projects too.
Yeah.
What's that gonna cost?
probably install about $2,000.
About $2,000 installed.
Yeah, I think I'd have to. get
Can we
a price
run that
on it.
off the same propane tanks?
Yeah.
Or do you want to get a separate propane tank for the office?
Yeah.
But
That's
that'll
where
run- That'll run off of the 2 propane tanks.
Yeah, that'll be what the expense is. Well, we may have to, well, no, only thing we got running off it is the bathroom and
The
the bathroom.
bathroom heater.
Right in the bathroom, we'd be able to turn the temperature down on that and just use that as a emergency backup.
No, I want my seat warm in that bathroom.
Yeah, well, you keep that seat open.
Keeping that heater off.
So the next thing is, are we budgeting another $10,000 this year?
Yes. We're always budgeting $10,000 for a special project, because that work still needs to be done. And if we don't budget it, then where do we get the money from? We've been budgeting the $10,000 in that for the past 5 years.
So on the same vein, what's the status of the office?
Why do you have to rub salt in the wound?
We just got a new facility.
Well, the new facilities maintenance director really hasn't been, anyway, he doesn't really even get involved in any of that yet, it's just too much. So Andy and James, his boy there, they finished the insulation. Andy just finished staining all the walls, not staining them, but urethane all the walls. The other day, the interior walls, and we're gonna put all the trim in, and we're gonna get ready to move it down, hopefully the next month. Hopefully, but we're doing it ourselves because Corey's at a loss right now. I mean, he's running around trying to just figure out where his head is.
He's getting there. I think he's got it.
So it's gonna be a little bit before he's ready to do anything like that.
Okay. Sorry, I brought up the subject.
No, that's okay.
Someone's got to work new day.
So, thanks.
So I'm gonna do it again.
It's getting there though.
So. Oh, that's right, because electrical goes on to, never mind.
Yeah, electric goes on the other thing there. So now the hopper, we went, we're
We're
gonna have to.
$1,000.
Yeah, we have to go over because we found out that Valley went out, so now we gotta go with the other guys, Atlantic Recycling to do the maintenance, and they're way more expensive.
So do we need to increase this to
Yes, we
2,000?
do, because, so, yeah, unfortunately, wow, yeah, this is just terrible. Always find a way to bring something down a little, because when we're raising things, nothing can go down, everything's gotta go up.
So we got a brand new skid steer. Do we need to keep $3,000 for repairs on the skid steer?
No, that we can drop down, that we can definitely drop down, we went over, but, right?
No.
Oh, where are we?
No, actually, right now, we're below budget for the repairs on the skid steer.
Where am
We budgeted 3,000 year to date, used 1,865.55. And I got asked a question I couldn't answer at the last board meeting. We didn't get one oil change of that when we bought the purchase that unit for free?
No, first, no. No oil change. Talking about skid steer, right? Yeah.
I just was asked that question.
No, the initial change is 50 hours. And no, and they don't go on the road. So even if it was free, it would cost us more money just to drive it to them. For them to do an oil change, just than for us to just do the oil change.
And that didn't affect that warranty, them not doing the oil
No.
change. Okay. So,
Yes, so the skid steer,
1,000. For
Yeah.
hoses and. If you have a broken hose or something.
we
like
have,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
and Oil and friggin' filters are wicked expensive too. It's 150 hours, 200 hours, I think is what it is, 150 hours. So. Probably have to do 3 oil changes throughout the year. Probably at about $150, $200 an oil change. That's like 600, yeah, probably 1,500, drop it in half.
Yeah.
1,500.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we got that good range, so. All right. Okay, that'll be nice, because we're all kind of running up this, so. Okay. All right, well, we want to meet you, I'll meet you out there at 7 in the morning tomorrow. Go through one more check. Okay. Okay, thanks. Okay.
And we're also only, but like. For the hopper and the balers and all, we're just budgeting for maintenance, what we know maintenance is gonna be. Or thereabouts, I mean, this doesn't cover. Breakage. Unless we wanna cover, because balers. So we budgeted 1,400, we're gonna have to go up to at least 15, maybe 1,700. For balers, because we're at $88 in the hole. Now, we did a full oil change also on all the balers, so. That was a big nut.
Yeah, that's like every 3 years.
We could probably leave it at 1,400, I think we'll be okay, because we're not gonna be doing it, yeah, we're not gonna be doing an oil change.
The scales, keeping it at 5.
Yeah, that number is gonna go.
It's 370.
Again, we're down right now, we don't have a scale right now, because we're waiting on a sensor. So, I don't know what that sensor is gonna cost, they can't even buy them, the end of August. We've been down for a month, we've got bales just stacking up everywhere, so we can't weigh anything. So. $500 would cover, let's see, what was our actuals,
375 for the last 2 years.
375. Yeah, I think that 500 for next year, and this year, that's probably gonna go over. Because of the breakage, but.
I'm assuming that 375 is just a.
It's calibration. Yes, we'll just leave it at the 500, that might cover it, I don't know what this is gonna cost, so.
Next one is equipment.
Yeah, we always have that 500 there, just in case we need to buy a tool.
Okay, you spent 400 of that tool money.
The hell did I spend 400 of tool money on? Oh, I know. 400.
Licensing or over. So do we need to increase that to
Yeah, I don't
750?
know why that is.
Well, In 2020, we were over, so. 2021, we were below. And we're already over this year, so should we move back to
Yeah,
750?
I have to check those licensings. Yeah, I guess, well, what,
I know one of them is your compost,
this doesn't, yeah, but that was removed.
you know, license on everything.
Drop the compost licensing, we don't produce enough to have a license. Like, why do you even have a license? Do you pay, well, why are you even doing this? This makes no sense. You know, you never, it's like I'm looking at all your annual reports, you don't do enough to actually have a license. All right, so why are we paying for a license that we don't need? So I don't know why.
So do you,
730, 648, 705. That's just so weird, isn't it though?
yeah, it is.
Like nothing's consistent.
So
I don't know, I mean, it went over $5. It's usually, the most it's gone over is 33, so why increase it?
Okay.
They would just leave it at the 700, and if it goes $5 over, a big deal.
So the next one is my phone.
What's your phone?
Yeah.
That's a sick tone.
Channel Road,
Yeah. That's a great place.
that,
So what did we do last year? How much was it last year? 6, what?
last year we budgeted,
Well, we budgeted 800,
right,
so it was 585. And we can go down to 700. I think would be really safe. I just don't want to get whacked with the higher fuel this year.
well, when's the last time you sent soil to be tested on that, or,
We've never sent soil to be tested.
I know George had done it when he was still in town.
No, they didn't ask for it, so, and I'm in pretty contact with those guys a lot at DEP, and they haven't asked.
They don't usually ask, it's just when we start, we were
Now,
keeping up on it to keep the grass growing.
the grass is in really good, but that is in really good growth. I'm not concerned about that at all. He's selling the place, so,
Trying.
yeah, no one wants it. Well, you bought a landfill, buddy. What do you expect? You think it was gonna be an easy sell? So, I don't know, I think we could probably knock that down to $700,
Okay,
just to be safe for this year.
So we have that on the market.
not us,
Not us, we don't, no.
that's
The
owned, that's
homeowner.
privately owned. Town of Belgrade sold it. Or turned it back over, no town, they didn't sell it. So that, the old Channel Road landfill was a privately owned landfill at the town. Basically dumped garbage in the gravel pit, old gravel pit. And then that private owner turned around and sold that property to somebody, and they moved a building onto it and turned it into a house. And it's been, ever since then, it's been a Town of Belgrade's.
We're responsible to maintain that
Right.
closed landfill.
We've had to remove tires
Forever?
forever
And ever and
and
ever.
ever and ever.
So it's costing us $600 a year to mow it. We've got to mow it once a year.
Did you get the question on if they could use that area for livestock?
No, never got that far. They backed out of the deal.
Okay,
So the answer to that was they can do whatever the hell they want. If they want to maintain it themselves, they would have to enter into a contract with the town for them to maintain it, because ultimately the town is responsible to maintain that property. How it's maintained or how the town has it maintained, doesn't matter. But if those people moved in, they said they want to graze it with their animals, blah, 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 then they would have to be responsible, sign a contract with the town that they were going to maintain or anybody else that moves into that place, if they decide they want to do it on their own.
I didn't know if that was I know that question came up, I'm sorry. That's up in between Ken and the DEP.
Yeah. DEP was like, have it tested, have the soil tested, have the water tested, because they were concerned also about the water, and I said, well, if you're gonna have a home inspection, have your water tested, and I would go grab a soil sample and have the soil
Right.
tested.
'Cause,
I can't,
I wouldn't surprise me if it was PFAS. Yeah.
it's pretty old.
Yeah, but that's when the PFAS was
I mean,
pretty prevalent.
well, we have to be PFAS tested here. this
Have
year.
you been tested yet?
Not until, the end of September. They'll test it. The DEP is paying for the testing, so,
Right, yeah.
so we don't have to do anything here to increase, which is the next line, the Dunn Road.
That's
So-
the transfer station. They're doing the gas testing.
The old landfill, because
Oh, okay.
behind the transfer station is a landfill.
Oh,
That's closed,
okay,
been closed for 20-something years,
okay. And so that has to
Oh.
be,
30 years.
30 years.
I suppose back in the late 80s, early 90s, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I know it was the 80s.
And that went down to 2 well tests, so what we should be, as I talked to him at DEP and I was asking him about, so where are we gonna go from here? He goes, well, this year, he sent me an email actually saying we're gonna have to do the PFAS test. I was like, so we'll see how that comes out. We may be able to shut down all of the wells and just mow it after this year. This might be our last year testing wells. Really low. Everything was good.
I mean, because we're at landfills now, like I said, 30+ years closed, so
Everything's trending down.
actually almost 40 years closed.
That's before I was born, so.
Yeah. I built, I built the transfer station, I hauled dirt and gravel to build that transfer station, so that was built before I graduated high school.
Hmm.
So we're gonna keep the Dunn Road at,
I think we'll keep it right there for this year, but this might be the last year we have to do that at all. I'm hoping.
okay, let me get a quick calculation here, so we know where we're at.
Yeah, you go ahead, you enjoy yourself. Mike, you've been awfully quiet all night. You have nothing to say.
You're doing a good job without me, that's fine.
We're boring you, aren't we?
Well, if you want, I'll gripe about something.
We wouldn't be you if you didn't.
Say again?
Did you, what'd you say? You want to bitch about something? Did I use bad language? You want to complain about something? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said, you're saying I'm quiet, so I'll be glad to complain about something if you like.
Oh, you wouldn't be you if you didn't, right?
Where'd you get that silly shirt?
There you go.
You don't like my shirt, really?
You're still picking the hopper?
Yeah, that's exactly where this came from, actually. How'd you know that?
I threw it away 6 months ago.
I mugged the guy on the golf course. Wise guy. That's more like you, Mike. Thank you.
Too good to throw away.
I feel better now.
Glad to help out. Make sure all that gets in the minutes.
Oh, oh. Well, and have a secretary. I forgot all about that.
That's right, you're secretary tonight, mister.
You're recording though.
Did budget.
Yeah, he may be able to get this off a recording.
It's being recorded. I don't know how to get him the recording.
Mary, Nick, no, Mary, Nick can get it to
Nick,
him.
yeah. You done adding yet?
Wow, it's awful big numbers.
Christina's gonna have it done in her head before you.
He's been destroyed.
Yeah, that's gonna go
A
up
little
there.
self-destruct in 4, 3, 2, 1.
4-year-old male who fell earlier. Now unable to move. Groin area.
Fraction.
Okay, what was your question? Now that we've silenced him.
I'm not sure why we gotta pay on infinitum. Any way to kill this or the,
Pay item for item? What do you mean?
no, okay,
Forever and ever.
we're paying forever and ever. That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean for
Right.
the closed landfill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that,
That's
yeah, who's
That's a
What is that?
state law.
state,
State
yeah,
law,
it's the
okay.
law. It's,
state law?
that we have to,
yeah,
Yeah.
well, we have to
Because it-
maintain our closed landfill, yes.
It's a town of Belgrade's waste.
So.
The landowner raised Cain over that too.
Yeah, I say Mike knows a lot about it, so Mike had a lot of involvement with that.
Yeah, when I first got on the board, there was a big to-do going on, went on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we didn't do too bad, really. My additions are right, were $5,000. So we didn't even, we're not even,
Well, that's 10. That's
no, that can't be right.
That's
Well, we-
impossible.
No, yes, it is, because we cut some stuff. Skid steer maintenance, we cut.
Yeah, by $1,500.
Is that where you went down? I had 1,000.
I cut it in half, so it was 3,000, went down to
Okay,
1,500.
well, I just brought up 5,500.
Because it's 10
Oh,
grand
I
on
didn't-
disposal alone.
Yeah, I didn't add in the. I didn't add in the landfills. I gotta add the 2 landfills into it.
Yeah, you silly bird. And that went down $100 on 10, but not much. I see, 10, 11, 13.
So you about $10,000 though. Just to hear under 10. Give me exactly in a second.
It's a little bit over $10,000 over.
Yeah, it's 200,
So it should be, yeah,
so we're under 10,
338,000.
right? Yeah, that's right.
Now, that's without any increases to wages
Or
and
benefits,
benefits,
correct,
which we don't know what.
right,
that's
because
gonna
part of your benefits is you work, workers' comp and that, can't remember.
be. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, is workers' comp in there? It doesn't
no,
come out of
that's
the
a separate
administrative.
article.
That comes out of administrative.
That's a separate article.
Yeah.
So does anybody else have any questions or concerns on the budget?
Anybody else catch any double dipping by Nick?
I guess a quite fair
Mhm.
increase. I mean, and it may end up being more, it all depends what Nick says, I mean,
What's the percentage increase?
it is,
Way- Well below 6%.
yeah,
It's like 3%.
Yeah.
3%, 3.5, 3, and somewhere over 3%.
Which really isn't bad.
Considering
No, it's good.
It's-
We
yeah.
get the rate of inflation,
That's it.
everything, 3% increase. is good,
Right, it
I
is.
would say.
Yeah,
I just, it may be more than that, but Kenny's been pretty conservative on his labor, so.
Well, I've had no choice this year.
You may not ever have a
I'm gonna have
choice.
a choice next year either. But no, typically we are pretty conservative on that stuff. I'm conservative, I can't help it, it's just my nature.
So.
Some people say I'm cheap.
The facility side of the budget, on your side of it, is you need to get a, sit down with Corey to make sure you budget in some fuel.
Yeah, I already, there's a lot more than, that's his budget though, we're not gonna.
Yes and no, so this has been discussed throughout or you or. So Corey probably should have been here tonight to discuss his portion of that, his little bit of portion of it.
The only portion that he has on this is gonna be electricity and heating,
And maintenance of the buildings.
maintenance of the buildings, but that's not included in any of this. Now, that's a totally separate budget. Now,
Correct.
when, if he's gonna have a budget, separate budget meeting with the cemetery committee or whatever, I've already gone over what I need done. We took notes at the transfer station, his very first day, all the things that need to be done. And there's still more. I didn't want to really scare him that much, but and we pointed out a lot of things. Now, is he gonna be able to budget for all this? Because every year I notice transfer station, facilities, maintenance budgets, $1,000 to work on the buildings. That's nowhere near enough to do the work. $1,000 is gone with a little bit of paint.
Well, that's the reason I think that facility needs to be bringing their budget to
Each department.
each
yes.
department and coming to the committee meetings and saying, okay, this is what I propose, and
Well, he can still do that. I mean, but this is just,
Right.
to me, this is like, we're rushing just to get this in to Nick by the 24th.
well, we just don't want to run into what we did last year is,
Or every year.
yeah, it's not gonna change anything. But it's just-
Probably not, because his budget will have to increase by 20-fold. To really do what needs to be done around town.
So maybe, I mean, and he could, he wouldn't have to be present, he could, zoom in on it anyway.
That's true.
Maybe the next meeting,
Next month.
yeah, is his budget's gonna have to be in.
Oh. Before next meeting,
This 2 weeks is,
because he's not gonna be able to make it.
well, none of them are, because you're missing your meetings. Some of the agendas are already gone out for meetings, so, I mean, fire department hasn't even got that packet yet, so.
Well, they got it. Oh, yeah, they did.
Well, nothing was said.
They were all in one email. They were all in the same email, every department.
I don't think they read their emails yet. 'Cause we've been extremely,
Well, when did we
Oh,
talk? It was Friday, and we said, yeah, we won't have a meeting
Yeah.
on Monday. And I hung up the phone with you, and I went to the computer a little while later, and there it was. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, crap, we have to have a meeting on
yeah,
Monday."
so I don't think anybody on the department has seen it unless because I definitely didn't today, because we've been still dealing with the forest fire, so. So, plus, we've been averaging 4 to 5 calls a day, so.
Alright.
So, yeah, I know this is, because they're talking about trying to form a facility maintenance committee. And
I thought that was shot down.
no, has been tabled.
Table.
And so the cemetery committee almost already does that at this point now, so that I think they should change, reword that, but I think this is a way to not have to have a facility maintenance committee is a complete committee, is by facility maintenance being involved with each individual department. So like budgeting, the committees and the heads of the department need to be involved in budget, which hasn't happened.
That's a lot, though. That's.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be in the meetings, he can bring it to you as department head and say, okay, this is what we're budgeting,
Well, that's,
and you bring it to the committees and we say yay or nay,
Or the other way around, maybe we need to present that to
or to him, right?
him. You know, say this is what we need done.
right, and that's exactly why I said the first day that he was here, we went to
Yeah.
each facility, we missed North Belgrade, we didn't have enough time. But I called Travis, I said, hey, can you meet us over at Depot? I want to go over with Corey what needs to be done here, because I know there's a lot of work on the depot station that hasn't been done. It started years ago and still hasn't finished. Called him over and went over it, and Corey took them notes, we went around the building and looked at it, went to the transfer station, same thing. We went to the Center for All Seasons, checked all the buildings.
Well, my major concern is fuel and building maintenance,
Right, oh, that's fuel and building maintenance, yeah.
you know, electricity. I
It's a
mean,
lot of money, it's a lot of money.
Well, and then,
At this point, we're past, and in a lot of places, we're past maintaining, and we're almost
Yes.
at rebuilding,
yes,
which is the issue.
because unfortunately, this town doesn't believe in
We're being
maintaining
recorded,
infrastructure.
we're being recorded.
I'm being front, I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have a facilities maintenance department, have a facilities maintenance department.
So you gave the list, I'll try to come up with amount of fuel. I'll overshoot it for propane.
Yeah, propane, and we also budget for heating, for regular heating fuel, if we run out of.
Oh, yeah.
Well, unless we, yeah, because I think that we have enough money, Bruce, we have enough money right now to do that,
To put that.
before the end of the year, yeah.
Right.
Not now, I don't want it now, because there's no room in there for you to work, but.
And go up over, I put it up over where that old mezzanine is. But where we used to, years ago, we used to have the storage over in that.
Over in the corner, yeah,
Yeah.
right inside the man door.
Yeah, and point it towards the sword table.
Yeah, that's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
So I'll try to get a figure to you on fuel usage and
and even so, what do we have here? We've got them. We'll look at it later. I'm sure we have the money for $2,000 somewhere.
I
in
just,
there.
yeah, I just want to see where you're at.
With the special projects, yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
because
well, that's why I'd rather take it out of, because I
Right.
know that other work's not getting done this year, but that office has to get done. There's $10,000 there, which should be more than enough to pay for you to hook up the heating, Dan to do what he has to do, and
most
pay
ex-
Steve Foster to move the building.
Right, the most expensive you're gonna have is buying a fuel tank.
Fuel tank is gonna cost us $600-700.
Which I'll talk to Dan about that. Case, because usually in.
I mean, how big of a tank? We need a 100-gallon
The
tank.
same tank you got at the,
Was that a 150?
yeah, I think so.
The only, I guess, as long as it's accessible for them to fill. Augusta Fuel or whoever is delivering the fuel. Has to be accessible.
I'll talk to Dan, maybe Dan is saying now we're better off just adding a third tank up top and running along. Because Dan's got that ditch witch, so he can run a line pretty easy.
Yes, you do.
Oh, actually, you.
I have a line.
You said there's a line
I
already
have a
there.
conduit going
That's right.
straight down there, 1.5 inch conduit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anything else on the budget?
now if we could move past that, it would be awesome.
And if not, we'll go to those facility managers updates.
Yeah, real quick, we already talked about this a little bit, the household hazardous waste. In the summer, July 9th, went really well. We had like 16 people, a little bit less than what we did last year. It was like 22 or 21 last year. We had 16 this year, but still better than what we used to do in the spring. And that's because, I believe, because I'm collecting the registrations at the transfer station. So they don't have to come here to register. They go, they're there anyway. So they come in, they pick up a registration form and they come back with it the next week. So it's been working out really well. We're gonna be doing that for the fall also, which is the third week in October. So if
Same
anyone-
place.
No, third week in October is in Winslow.
Winslow.
This one was in Reedfield, which is really close and it captures some of the summer residents, so that's good. Yep, so that's it on that. Bruce wanted to mention the grinding, got about halfway through the demo wood and lost the airbag brakes on the trailer, locked up the wheels, and supposed to be back today. Tomorrow, what's today, Monday?
I feel a little better. We had some rain, so I feel a little safer from the set. Grinding, and I'm glad not seeing for last week.
So the grinder went on fire already once.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm kind of glad it's not been chipped this past week.
Yeah, it was too hot. It was too, and it would go on, it would burn up because that dry wood going through that grinder creates a lot of friction.
Well, I say you get a lot of sparks because of the nails.
And the
stuff.
nails and everything going through it, so, yeah, pretty dangerous.
So at the rate he's going,
We'll be done in about 4-5 years.
I'll say we'll have the use of an excavator for several years to come.
Yeah, that would be good. That's right. And I was looking at it today, I'm saying, geez, I should just, the excavator is up at the wood pile, so I should just take, I gotta turn the compost, and I go into it with the skid steer, and I'm like, what am I doing this for? It'll take me 3 days to turn that compost pile with the skid steer. Just grab the excavator and I just flip it over. I've been doing it for years now. I said, why am I doing this with the skid steer? What's wrong with me? I was beating the skid steer. An excavator right there.
So I don't foresee him probably finishing,
Ever. Seriously, it looks like it's like gonna be a perpetual thing,
and I don't have a problem with that.
as long as it's moving,
Long as
as-
product's moving
as
out.
long as it's going out. It just has to continuously move. I do have an issue with the grinder. That grinder that's there now is not a movable, it's not on tracks like the other grinder. The other grinder, I could go down, start it, take out the remote control and move it. So I just, like the remote control, like a toy, and move it out of the way if I needed it out of the way. This one, I can't move because you need a ring to move it. Because it's on wheels, it's not a track machine.
So
Which is an issue because it's in the way and he has to get it out of the way before snow. I mean,
well, I guess that's the point I'm getting at is that brush pile needs to be ground before snow.
before the snow.
So I don't know
Well,
if he
and I-
needs to move up top and start grinding brush right next.
I need, that wood pile, if he sat on it for another week or two, the demo wood, that would be just about gone. Won't take him much longer to make it go away. I mean, we keep on getting dumped on by Hammond, but that's just pallets. It's just big shit, big stuff that crumbles up to nothing. But, yeah, and then he has to get up there and do that. And I told him,
And get that big wood on.
if not, I'm gonna be calling Randy Cousineau. Problem with them is that they want to charge now. They're charging to take brush out.
Well, biomass has gone up tremendously. So we need to be kind of looking around, because is it affordable? There's a well-drilled company out there that do brush too.
What did you say the name was?
I think it's affordable, well-drilled. That's it too. They don't do demo wood, but they do come to transfer stations and
Those are the guys I talked to. They would take the demo wood over to Re-Energy in containers, and Re-Energy sorts it by hand. and they wanted a lot of money.
I know the brush they were paying. It wasn't much. They were still paying, I think they was paying like 75 cents a ton or 50 cents a ton.
I heard that Kuznets is charging now.
Kuznos was, but Affordable Welder.
Well, Kuznets has to pay his lawyer fees, so.
So, yeah, so I'll try to find out.
Give me that name, because I think
I
that's the
think
guy
it's
that I talked,
affordable, I think it's Affordable Welder on it, does it?
I think that's the guy I talked to.
All they do was just the brush. I didn't know they was doing hauling the demo work.
Well, we'll haul the demo wood off, but it was a lot of money. Hauling it off, loading it into cans and hauling it off.
Yeah, I
A
did,
lot of money.
right, and I did know, because Reenergy can take clean demo wood with no nails.
With no nails, that's why they sort it out, and they have people at hands. Where do they get the help? I can't get one kid to sort plastics. Where do they get these people to sort lumber? I don't get it. Christina, you jump.
Not right now.
Part-time, just a couple hours a week.
Does anybody have anything else? Mike, you got anything?
No, the pain level's getting high though.
And the problem,
What do you say? I couldn't hear.
yeah, the only thing I
Am I
want
that
to,
deaf? I can't hear me.
the only thing I want to bring up is paving. Is that something that we're waiting? I guess I probably should brought that up when it was on the budget. Are we gonna wait until the next paving
It
project?
looks that way.
Or are we
because-
gonna budget on our own?
That's how, that's where that $10,000 in special projects kind of started. There was really the skid steer first, we rebuilt that skid steer and then next year we did paving. But we're gonna budget for,
It's 150.
80, 100, 80,
You're
$100,000.
talking probably-
Just the road, the road, the one estimate that I got on the road from the guys, Bono and Son, who did the rest of that. They quoted 88,000. That was 2 years ago. That was a total rip out and redo.
Jason said that you're looking at probably close to $200,000.
Just, and then we're talking just the road. And it wasn't even the rest of the facility, that was.
Well,
80
Jason's
grand.
saying the whole facility, to do the whole facility, you're looking, by the time he does repair, him, whoever does the repairs, that needs to be done, and it's paid.
And when he says the whole facility, he's just talking about up top by the hopper and the road going out,
Right,
not the whole, not down bottom.
right.
Which is eventually gonna have to be addressed also.
I think down bottom, I think you can, right now, the down bottom, I think if we went with an overlay, you'd be fine still.
For a little while, yes.
But, and by the hopper.
That's all breaking up, that's,
Right, well,
that's
Jason-
falling apart for years, but
Jason needs to come in and put something over that.
a cold patch or something,
He needs to do hot patching,
hot patch.
like they did down my, or just patch it in and roll it up and, have to, basically get a half, so many tons of asphalt and,
Probably won't take that much, it's only a few little holes.
Brad can tell you, you gotta fill more in the hole to get it to stop running away.
Yeah, well, yeah,
What they did in my hill road, they cut it, like,
cut a section.
cut a section out and then they put that, put asphalt in, rolled it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get Jason to do that.
Excuse me, Bruce.
Yeah,
If I drop out, do you still have a quorum?
yeah, we're actually pretty much done. I just wanted to bring everybody up and raise on the pavement. I don't have anything else unless somebody else has something.
Hey, I wasn't kidding about the pain.
Hey, Mike, thanks for coming.
Yeah, my pleasure. See you next time.
Yes, you have a good night, Mike.
Night all.
Bye.
Motion to adjourn. So moved.
All in favor? We all favor?
Oh, wait a minute. Mike left. You don't have a quorum. Nobody can leave. You can't adjourn.